Hey there everyone and welcome. Okay, go away. Yeah. So hey there everyone, welcome to a new cast of the Strategy Zone. I am Overmind87 and the game we're going to be looking at is a game of Starcraft 2. It is going to be between myself. Here we go. I am the Blue Zerg player right here in the upper corner, and my opponent is going to be the Red Protoss, Mambalaya. The map is going to be Desert Oasis. Now take note, this is the Novus version. I don't know why my opponent chose this version, but I suppose it cannot be helped. So anyway, I'm just gonna speed it up a little bit here. Now this is going to be more of a tutorial than anything. So my opponent was going for a 2-gate robo. I was going for a 13 pool, and my idea going behind this game was going for some Mutalis, some Mutaling play. So yes, we're going to see how that works out and how my opponent reacts to that. Now you're going to see. Now again, I repeat myself, this is how not to play with Protoss against a Zerg player. Now seriously, are you freaking serious? I'm getting my queen, all the standard stuff, and getting a fast lair. Yes, so I can get that Mutalisk. Also saving my cash, just because. Let's see what is in production. Anyway, getting my gas, all the standard stuff. My opponent just skipped the first zealot, getting the stalker. Now this is optional, you don't have to do this, but my opponent did it just so he can take care of my overlord. So which is pretty annoying for a Zerg, but it's something you really have to get used to in dealing with. So yeah, as I said, 2-gate robo, 2 warp gates into robotics facility. Let's just slow down a little bit here. I was going for a Spire, and of course some metabolic boost, which of course creates speedlings, as they are called. So, as this game is getting underway, yes, my opponent was getting the warp gate, a little bit late on that, I suppose. Getting the 3rd gateway, I don't know why, but I suppose you can afford to produce out of 3 gateways and 1 robotics facility off of 1 base. Also, he was getting a forge. Now this is optional, but it's nice. You can get really fast upgrades for your army. Yeah, it's pretty nice. You can use some cannons to fast expand if you are under attack, stuff like that. I don't know why my opponent did not upgrade this warp gate as well into a... yeah, here we go. Now my opponent was getting an observer, and take note, an immortal. Now my opponent did not even scout my base yet, so he was getting an immortal. I don't see the logic behind that, because I don't have any roaches. Like everything that I have, like Zerglings and Mutalisk, I already have 4 Mutas on the way. Absolutely own immortals, are a perfect counter to immortals. Like I don't know what my opponent was really thinking about, but clearly it was not in his best interest. Anyway, morphing out 5 mutas right now, only 1 left, going for that expansion. Was a little bit late on that, but yeah, what can you do? My opponent was also going for a +1 attack, not a bad choice. And here's the first immortal. My opponent was continuing to get more immortals. This is the second one, so I don't really see the logic behind his idea. I mean, I can see the logic, but he's already got his observer in my base, and he can see I have a Spire, I have some Mutalisk, so I don't know why he was continuing. He should have cancelled this immediately. I don't know why he was continuing to get out immortals. Clearly it's a bad freaking choice. Anyway, got some speedlings here, ready and waiting, going for some, and I already got 6 mutas on the way. Also building a roach warren and getting +1 attacks for my well, my mutas. And I was already harassing his mineral line, because that's what mutas really excel at. That's what Zerg players should do. So you will see right now why the immortal was a really freaking poor choice against my mutas, because it can do absolutely nothing against my mutas. Now the stalker can. That's not a bad choice. My opponent did have a considerable amount of stalkers, but he really should have had more. Anyway, yeah, I was just getting my roach warren, being ready to transition into roaches if I ever get attacked. Of course, I saw that attack with my overlords coming, so that's why I throw down a roach warren, just to be prepared, getting some roaches, getting more mutas, some upgrades for the roaches, glider reconstitution. That's for life regeneration, and I think. No, increases the movement speed of roaches. I'm an idiot. Anyway, I'm getting my hatchery underway. I really should transfer some drones right here. Down here, come on, Daniel. Now take mind, this was played in the Gold League. I'm in the Gold League, so I'm not a really top, Grandmaster player, but I can see a really bad choice. Well, I can notice a really bad choice when I see it. As you can see, my opponent is keeping his army inside his base. He's really afraid of those mutas harassing his worker line. He's also throwing down a cannon. Kind of odd position like this. You should have built it like right here. That's an odd position. It doesn't really protect anything. If I come with my mutas from down here, that doesn't really help him a lot. He was also going for Protoss ground armor level 1. Not a bad choice, I would say. Here we go, transferring some drones, getting some more roaches, harassing his base with my Mutalis. Of course, while he was transferring his army right there, going for a counter-attack my Mutas up here. As I said, this is what Mutas really excel at. They are really fast flyers, designed for quick strikes. I saw this cannon, I really didn't want to engage it that much. Really could have, but I really didn't want to use a Mutalisk. So anyway, getting +2 attack for my Mutas, also barrow and tunneling claws for my roaches. You will see why. You will see why very soon. Notice I didn't lose a Muta. I don't know, my micro is really not that good, but I really didn't want to lose a Mutalisk because they're freaking expensive. Like, I mean, my god, 100 gas, 100 minerals, that's freaking expensive. Especially in the gas zone. Like, I've already got 4 geysers going for extractors, and I'm really relatively low on gas. I mean, really low. Could have built some more speedlings, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. Got to make sure to spend all that money, because that's what makes a good player, macro. Trying to harass his mineral line, doing the best I can, flank my mutas around, being a pest, as always. Because that's what Zerg really do. They be a pest. So, my opponent was wisely keeping his observer in my base. I could have killed this. Could have gotten an overseer. I really saw that this was here. You can really see the outline if you stand like this. But yeah, decided not to. Now my opponent was going for an attack. Notice he still got 2 immortals, a sentry, and a fuck ton of stalkers. So he was going for an attack. Fortunately for me, he doesn't see the full my full army. Like, he only sees like the one right here, and he thinks that he is quite safe. Actually, he is not. You will see in just a moment. I was moving my army down here when I saw that attack. Already got some Mutalis. My opponent was breaking my rocks. Notice I did not break these rocks myself. And you will see, we're just gonna slow it down. We're just gonna slow it down a little bit here. And you will see why those immortals, except the fact that they cost a fuck ton of minerals and gas, were a really bad choice against my army composition. Now notice I barrowed my roaches, and boom, I barrowed my roaches right under his army. And you will see how quickly this army gets annihilated. Yeah, just like that. Now this is why you really don't want to go, yes, immortals against Mutaliks and Zerglings. I mean, are you freaking serious? Also, while that attack was going on, using my Mutalis to clean up his expansion, he was bringing down some more stalkers, a sentry, a random sentry. And how does my opponent react when he sees all these mutas? He gets freaking voiders. Are you freaking serious? Excuse me. Are you freaking serious about this? I mean, come on, void rays. You can see it says surgical strike craft. Damage output increases the longer the Void Ray remains on target. Now, he could have gotten, I mean, he should have gotten Phoenix. It clearly says Air Superiority Fighter. Now, the Void Ray, I'm not saying it's that bad of a choice, but come on. I mean, seriously. Like, the Mutalisk is a perfect counter to the Void Ray, since the Void Ray can target only one, well, Mutalisk at a time. So yeah, I don't really see the logic behind my opponent. Of course, the second I saw these Void Rays warping in, I've already thrown down a Hydralisk Den, and also a Nidus Network, which by the way I never got to use. So yeah, you're gonna see I already have a fuck ton of Mutas. Decided I can attack this head on. My opponent's also got a crap ton of Stalkers and some Void Rays. Now you will see right now in this battle, I decided to engage this battle head on. So you will see right now why Void Rays are a really bad choice against Mutas. Notice how fast they die to Mutas. I mean, are you freaking serious? And he's still continuing to get them. I mean, I don't see the logic, and he throws down a Robotics Bay. Like, seriously, a Robotics Bay to get out Colossus, like Colossus versus Mutas. I wonder who's gonna win that battle. I mean, are you freaking kidding me? And Zealots, come on, he should have gotten Stalkers. But I mean, I can see the logic behind that. He's already low on gas. So yeah, I could have sniped this Void Ray. I mean, I should have, now that I think about it. But I was already focused on other things. I decided to just throw away these Mutas, since they don't do that much for me right now. I can't really use them. I've already got Hydras on the field, several more Roaches on the way. Really should get this upgrade. I think I get it really soon. Yes, here we go. This increases the attack range of the Hydralisks by 1. Also getting Flyer Carapace level 1, getting some more Hydras, and preparing for an all-out attack on his base. Now, we're just gonna take a look at this freaking Zealot. This Zealot is probably the freaking luckiest Zealot in the world. He was like, oh god, guys, where the heck did everybody go? I'm just surrounded by a freaking ton of Zerg. Now, he decided to go home one day, after he was done shopping and killing some more Zerglings. So, and he didn't thought he would make it with this Zealot. But actually he did. Why? Because I'm an idiot. Look at these Hydras, like, come on. Okay, obviously Hydras move really slow off creep. That's one bad thing about Hydras, but yeah. My opponent's still continuing to get Void Rays. Oh god, I mean, Void Rays against Mutalisk and Hydras. I wonder who's gonna win that battle. Look at this freaking Zealot, look how close he was. I mean, he doesn't even realize it. I was already throwing down 2 more hatcheries, because I have had a crap ton of money. Probably could have expanded here, or taken the gold, I don't know. Well, I was literally just laughing my head off when I saw what my opponent was getting. I mean, come on, he has a crap ton of Zealots, some Void Rays, and yeah, he will still continue to get Void Rays. Roaches and Hydras would absolutely own what he has, which is exactly what happened. Look, Hydras versus Void Rays, wonder who's gonna win that battle. Yeah. And now you have the answer. I mean, even gateway units are really bad against this amount of Hydras. And you will see how fast these sentries and this stalker die to this Hydra. Like boom, 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 boom. Yeah. What does my opponent do? He leaves the game. Yeah. Now that's an Hydra rage quit if I ever saw one. Well, of course I already had my Mutas in his base harassing. 18 Zerglings on the way, 2 more hatcheries. Yeah, he didn't have much of a chance, but anyway, I wanted to bring you this replay. Because for one thing, it was freaking hilarious for me, and second, I wanted to show you how not to react when you play Protoss against Zerg. So, I mean, come on, he got Immortals and Void Rays against my Mutalisk. That's a very poor choice. And Mambalaya, if you ever see this video, trust me, before you play Starcraft 2, you really have to look up what unit counters what, because every unit counters another unit in Starcraft 2. That's how it goes. That's how strategy works, you know. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm done rambling about stuff. Hope you enjoyed this cast. I am Overmind87 for the strategy zone, and I will be bringing you another cast really soon, I hope. So thank you all again for watching. This has been Overmind 87. See you later. Bye bye.